expect everyone to die. So.
For anyone who's listening, this is the spray explosive gel.
Yeah.
You guys played Arkham Asylum.
So you're talking about the same explosive gel that we had in Arkham Asylum. We actually have here.
You start
too.
out with all his gadgets in this game.
Or to knock out enemies.
You got to run it. Okay.
Tag him and bag him. I wouldn't say that EA's been doing all this shit talking. There was a lot of shit talking on the Activision side and the Infinity Ward side, you know, with Modern Warfare coming out. I definitely think that what EA was talking about with Battlefield was a little more brash. I think there was more confidence coming from the Activision side, but there was definitely shit talking on both sides.
Have you had a voice role in any fighting games?
Yeah, matter of fact, they just announced Marvel Vs Capcom 3. I played Nova.
That's right.
And that, I think it's been announced.
Yeah, no.
Ninja Gaiden.
Yes. Yeah.
Ninja Gaiden 3. I'm playing Ryo Hayabusa, which you kind of hinted at that role in Dead or Alive. So there's a little bit of a fighting game there. They're
working on Dead or Alive 5. They just announced it.
Yeah.
So
no Street Fighters yet. But yeah, there's been some fun. I would love to be in a Mortal Kombat game because that's what I cut my teeth playing Mortal Kombat. I've donated pretty much a college education to Mortal Kombat.
We have the part 9. I played the first part 1 through 3. We have Mortal Kombat 9. They sold 3 million copies.
They did, and they did an amazing job, and it was really bringing it back to the true essence of what Mortal Kombat started, especially like Mortal Kombat 2 and 3, bringing back all the characters and the way the gameplay was. And I still haven't had a chance to play it. I really, really want to. It's got it sitting still wrapped in beautiful plastic.
Do you know Ruben Langdon?
I love Ruben Langdon.
Okay, yeah, he comes to a convention in Orlando. I've had a few dinners with the guy. Very nice guy. He does Dante and Ken.
You always want to talk to Ruben about aliens. Talk to Ruben about aliens.
I've seen his Facebook posts, my friend.
It'll go crazy on you. Ruben and I have become really, really good friends, and he's got an amazing company that's really kind of leading the way in motion capture in Southern California. And he and I were just actually working together not that long ago. Uh-oh, Nicholas not doing too good. Bam! Finally beats the last enemy. And he levels up. Very nice.
This is the Wayne Tech where you upgrade your weapons if you remember in Batman Arkham Asylum or if you haven't played it.
Absolutely. So this is where what Nicholas is talking about. We actually have the Wayne Tech screen. It's where we can see all the upgrades that are available, where we're currently at, what our level's at, what's available to us, and how we can actually upgrade to that. Sparta 2388. Definitely play Nova and tell me what you think. And Dante's Beast, I've got both Xbox and PS3. Depends on the game. Typically, I'm more of a PS3 guy. I've always grown up on Sony. But with Xbox, if it's going to be like a Call of Duty or something like that, I definitely want to go with an Xbox. Most number of takes I've had to do one for VO? Man, that's... it depends on the game. There was a game we were actually just working on where we hit like take 13, and I had to take a break because I just wasn't getting it. It was ADR, which means we were matching two pictures, so we were the take was right, but the timing was off or something. But typically, my first take I feel is always my best, even if it's flawed. As far as Spearloadin, you said, do you like anime? Absolutely. Before I even knew it was anime, I go back to Robotech and Star Blazers. So that'll tell you something. So absolutely, I'm a fan of anime.
10 minutes then.
So, Mr. Baker, I have a question.
As far as whether or not I will be kanjiing the Persona 4 fighting game, I'll say this: any chance that I get to play kanji again, I will definitely do.
They've got that doorway covered.
How did I get the job to be Two-Face? I really have to give all the credit to Colette Sunderman, who was the director in that, and she was the one who cast me in the role of Van Cleist with Generator Rex, and I came in to play the role of Nightwing, and she thought that I would do a good job doing Two-Face, and so because of her and because of the graciousness of both Rocksteady and Warner Brothers, they let me play the role of Two-Face.
So, Troy, we're going to go for about another 10 minutes or so.
Kick ass. Absolutely.
Because we have a nice VIP party to go to.
Yes, we do have a nice VIP party. This is kind of VIP, though. I feel.
No, I'm honored, man. You're doing awesome.
Well, no, I'm just saying that I kind of feel cool right now. We're like getting a hands-on look. Yes. Yes.
I know you're doing BioShock.
Yes.
I need to buy you that.
This is yours? This is mine as well, dear God in heaven. I have drinks aplenty.
What?
Nice. Chris Sabat, yeah. Yes. Yes. I'm being asked a question right now. You feel honored to talk to Troy? Well, thank you, Dante's Beast. The question that was asked to me right now is a little sidebar off of Batman, but it's talking about BioShock. I'm playing Booker DeWitt in the new BioShock Infinite, and they asked if I feel that BioShock Infinite is going to be able to compare to BioShock 1. There's no comparison. Absolutely no comparison. I think as good as BioShock 1 was, even Ken Levine, who's the creator and director, wants to go above and beyond what BioShock 1 was. I think it's going to be incredibly better. I think undescribably better. I think not only from the gameplay, but from the story play standpoint, the character development, just everything all around. I mean, you have to think that when BioShock 1 came out in 2007, so we've got 4 or 5 years when BioShock Infinite's going to come out of development, and how much games have progressed in the last 5 years. So we're going to be able to see and implement all of those changes. And if it wasn't better, then I think Ken's not doing his job. But I absolutely know that it will be. What's that? BioShock 2 was a letdown, but Ken had nothing to do with BioShock 2.
Yeah. I forgot you did Booker. I forgot to bring that up.
Yeah. So, so anybody online right now, if you got any questions to ask, we're looking at it real quick. We got about 10 minutes to wrap up, so fire them away, and we'll answer them as much as we can.
But BioShock, that's actually one of my favorite shooters. Just because of the story, it keeps you so engulfed.
And it's so interesting because BioShock is not just an FPS, it's not an RPG, but it combines the elements of both into a really kind of unique way. Troy just asking, is there a video game character you would like to voice? Oh, man. It's really hard because all the ones that I would love to say that like a Nolan North or a Nate Drake, but I love what Nolan does with that. So pretty much all of that, like Jason Marsden or John Marston in Jason Marsden, that's an actor. John Marston in Red Dead. I would love to say that I could do better, but I don't think that I could. There's just something intrinsic to those characters that they really brought out something in the character and made you feel immersed in the story and made you feel like you wanted to be that guy on horseback, riding through the Wild West, going through all the different quests. And the same thing with Uncharted. So far, there's not been anything that I've heard that I wish that I could have done. I just always look for roles or opportunities to where I could just dig in, and it's something meaty, something challenging. Who'd like to voice more, TwoFace or Nightwing? Kind of a toss-up because I think Nightwing is such a badass because he's a grown-up, jaded Robin.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool. Both are iconic characters. TwoFace, I think, was a little more challenging because you not only have, with Nightwing, you don't really hear the Dick Grayson anymore. You just hear the Nightwing.
Yeah.
And with TwoFace, you've definitely got the Harvey Dent and the TwoFace. So that's kind of an interesting thing. Here's a really interesting question from Tolsty. Or Too Salty, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you like Arrested Development, and do you think the new season will be good?
He's asked everybody that.
I am so glad you asked this question because I'm a huge Arrested Development fan, and my new addiction, I guess the only way that I'm able to get away with or to last with not having a new episode or new season of Arrested Development is by watching Archer, because you've got Jessica Walters and Jeffrey Tambor, now David Cross on Arrested Development. So whether or not they're going to do a movie or not, I don't know. But I'm just loving, I still go back and watch Season 1, Season 2, or 2.5, it's whatever you want to call it. When I think about voicing Yuri Lowell back in Tales of Vesperia, absolutely loved it. I actually left the studio from the audition, called my good friend Yuri Lowenthal, and said, brother, I think you've got this role in spades. They're naming characters after you. And the only reason why Yuri didn't get it was because he had played the lead character in Tales of the Abyss before that. So I was very, very fortunate and won that role by default because Yuri wasn't available. But I've been very, very grateful to all of the guys for casting me in the role of Yuri Lowell for Tales of Vesperia.
Can you do the Elizabeth voice from Booker? Can you do like Elizabeth? Or how he does the voice. Do you remember how
Are you talking about for the Booker voice?
Yeah,
You want me
yeah.
to actually sound like Elizabeth?
No. You said...
Because, I mean, if you kick me in the balls or something, we might be able to get that
no,
whole...
the very first scene in the demo is like Elizabeth.
Yeah, there's a really... what they chose for the demo was pretty intense where, you know, Booker has his hands around the necks of Elizabeth and, you know, he says... Elizabeth says, you know, promise me you won't let him take me back. And I look at her and I say... It's not going to come to that. You know, that was such a huge moment. And we sat and recorded that scene over and over and over just to make sure that we captured the right thing. And I think that that the approach that they're taking to where you really feel like you're right next to Booker is going to be it. So it's really just kind of me talking, just saying, Brock and Bronco, it's going to come in handy. Yeah. Stuff like that is really cool. Do the two guns bitch voice. Wow. Dante's Beast is getting he's getting a little antsy. Two guns, bitch. What's it like playing video games and hearing yourself playing a character? Nothing is more frustrating than playing multiplayer in Call of Duty and hearing myself yell at myself how to do better. That can get pretty annoying. You know, sometimes mature questions only. Sometimes it gets, you know, I'm able to remove myself. Other times, you know, I always feel like I have one better take of me.
That's me typing to them.
Oh, thank you, Deuce. There we go. Gundam, it's my pleasure. Thank you, sir. It's an honor to talk to you or her, as it might be. I don't know.
We don't know anymore.
Non-gender specific here.
It's safe to assume 99.9% of these people are guys.
I really love how true they stay to a lot of the even the side characters or the side elements or side villains of the game with the henchmen. Thank you. With the actual graphic novel. Warner Brothers realizes that they've got such a gold mine with Batman, and they don't try to make it better.
You know, Mark Hamill, he announced on his Twitter he's no longer doing Joker roles.
Well, Mark and I have talked about this, you know, and I said, you know, you've said that you're gonna, because he said after Arkham Asylum he was gonna hang up the role of Joker because you've been doing it for 20 years. And he and I we did we have a couple sessions on the show on Cartoon Network called The Regular Show, and you know, they brought him in to basically do the Joker voice for Darksiders, which he was in. And I said, you know, you said you've got to throw up the role of Joker, you know, time and time again. What do you really feel? And this was what he told me. He said, I'm done. I'm really done. There's nothing more that I can do for the role. And especially when I saw Under the Red Hood with John DiMaggio, he really liked what John DiMaggio did, and he said, with someone taking the role like that, with someone taking the reins of the character like that, I feel more confident than ever about giving up the role. So I really do feel that this is the last time that we're going to see Mark Hamill in the role of the Joker, which is an incredible honor for me to be able to work with someone like that in his swan song.
Yeah.
Tough question.
Yes.
Ivy
or Harley? Harley in a heartbeat. I will say this. Oh, Catwoman, Ivy, or Harley? Catwoman comes with too much baggage. Ivy is too independent. And Harley, as crazy as she would be amazing in bed.
That was the best answer, man. Just the fact that you went Ivy is independent, because it's true.
Ivy is incredibly independent.
Wow.
She's got too much of an agenda. I don't even know if Ivy would be that sexual of a person.
See, in life, man, you got to find the woman with the least amount of issues you can deal
Absolutely. Which neither of those women encompass.
We're running out of time.
But at least Harley's the most loyal one.
And hey, Action Games, why can't Superman games be as good as Batman? They just don't lend themselves to it as much, I don't think. There's not as much drama with Superman.
I think after this scene, we'll cut it off.
Listen to what Mark Hamill's doing in this, too. I got to watch Mark and Kevin do this.
Oh, didn't I say? I've spent weeks shipping
played
samples
Alfred?
of my blood to a